Oh snap, I didn't know an SUV could do that. Oh wait, maybe I did. And that's why I made this list of 5 stupid powerful SUVs and an honorable mention, baby, that'll literally give modern supercars of this day and age a damn good run for their money. Who knows why any of these cars are even necessary, but I think it's best not to question and follow the wise words of Rihanna. Just shut up and drive. Let's go, baby. Hey guys, so you may or may not have heard that we're gonna be doing an ideal launch on September 1. And you know what? I'm thinking about doing some sort of giveaway. I think it would be sweet. What do you guys think? Giveaway or no giveaway? Comment down below and enjoy the video. This first SUV is extremely capable. The Maserati Levante Trofeo uses a Ferrari-built 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8 that pushes out an incredible 590 horsepower, and that can only mean one thing: 0 to 60 comes in just 3.7 seconds. And that exhaust note is extremely exotic. And its handling is just as impressive as the engine. But real quick, back to that exhaust note. It's one that probably deserves to be turned up to 11, even when it is in Corsa mode. I mean, who cares if you wake up the neighbors? The Levante Trofeo sounds better than sleep. Now, it does weigh in just under 4,800 pounds, so the Levante is probably a little bit too big to enjoy on the track. But hey, when you see some curvy mountain roads, that doesn't even matter because it feels perfectly at home in the twisties. And believe it or not, this Maserati is one of Maserati's most powerful cars ever. So how much are one of these gonna set you back? The cheapest Levante Trofeo in the nation? I think yes, and here it is, you guys. 126,905 buckaroos for this badass Maserati. Oh, I love that grille. That front end is beautiful. Interior is awesome. Look at that trident right there. Man, 126. That's what it takes to snag one of these. Insane power, ample space, the perfect amount of luxury, and extreme speed is what makes Bentleys a force to be reckoned with. And the Bentayga does not disappoint. It comes with a monstrous 600 horsepower W12 engine, which is not only extremely smooth, but powers this puppy from 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds. If you were just to close your eyes and dream up what a luxury SUV would be, the Bentayga probably would be it. Torque is instantly available with maximum torque at just 1,350 RPMs. And you'd think this thing would have a ton of body roll, which you'd be right, but just flip the knob to sport and the air suspension does a darn good job keeping this thing flat in the curves. This thing is quite literally a billionaire soccer mom's car. So how much of your fortune do you have to deplete to get one? Well, these are not very cheap. $154,000 is the cheapest one in the USA. Wow, that is stunning. Oh, the tan interior, the silver exterior, and that is so Bentley up front. I mean, this thing is pretty badass. I really like it. What do you guys think? You like it? That rear end though, ooh, those tail lights. I don't know about those taillights, but that front end, yeah. Total Bentley, totally badass. We all knew Chrysler at some point was gonna throw that 707 horsepower supercharged Hellcat motor in something other than a sports car. And you and I should be extremely thankful that they did, because the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk is literally a thing of beauty. Yeah, it'll easily haul your family to get groceries and make quick work of a weekend getaway, because a Jeep Grand Cherokee with 707 horsepower does 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Now, yes, it does go fast in a straight line, and it definitely doesn't handle as well as a supercar or even a sports car, but that doesn't matter because it's got supercar power, and it can tow 7,200 pounds. This thing is excessive, over the top, stupid, and unnecessary. Now, where do I sign? Well, depreciation is not nice to these things at all, because now you're looking at these things in the low 60s. The cheapest one in the USA is $63,000. White. Stole it? What? That's weird. Don't steal this one, but yeah, this is exactly how I would spec it out. White, black interior. I absolutely love the Trackhawk. I've always been a Jeep guy. You wouldn't understand. Or maybe you would, but yeah, this is definitely the spec I would get. An 18 for 63 grand would be a fun road trip back from Salt Lake City to Seattle. I'm not gonna brag or anything, but one of my best friends worked at Tesla and was one of the leading sales reps. And he called me up and he's like, hey Brad, come on down to the dealership. We got something extremely, well, it's just gonna blow your mind. And I was like, cool. And he goes, do you have any friends? And I said, well, maybe. Get 5 of your best friends or friends and bring them over to the dealership. I was like, done. So it took me a couple of days to find 5 of my friends, and I brought them to the Tesla dealership here in Seattle. We all jumped into a 2019 Model X. And let's just say the acceleration in this thing was absolutely gut-wrenching. Yeah, the Tesla Model X is one of the fastest all-wheel drive vehicles in the world. And the fact it can do 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds is literally out of this world. Plus, you gotta give it some street cred. Those Falcon doors, although they're pretty finicky, are a thing of beauty. And this EV SUV has more torques than you know what to do with. 713 torques, in fact. Not bad, eh? Oh, and we can't forget, the tech on the Model X is also out of this world. You got autopilot mode and super handy dandy self-parking capabilities. But just wait until your car comes back from parking itself with a ticket on the windshield from parking in the handicap spot. So how much does it cost to get an SUV that pretty much drives itself? Now guys, I know that $50-ish thousand is still a lot of money, but these things are getting into the wheelhouse that you have to start considering them, at least when you're looking for a new SUV. I mean, this $56,000 for a 2016 75D. Yeah, it's not the performance, but it does have those doors and seating for 7. Look at that. You can fit a couple bikes on the back. I wonder if he was checking his oil. But either way, this thing is pretty cool for under $60,000, and it has a ton of curb appeal. But let's be real, guys. Who's ready for that honorable mention? Let's take a step back for a second and let's talk about a car from the early 90s. And for the time, it was pretty luxurious. It could seat 4 sort of comfortably. And for its time, it was extremely fast. Thanks to a turbo V6, the GMC Typhoon put out 280 horsepower and 350 torques. Torques. And you know what that means? It was almost up there with supercar power, because 0 to 60 was done in pretty quick work at just 5.3 seconds. And while yes, this SUV doesn't even compare to the rest of the modern monstrosities on this list, it had the capabilities of walking cars like the Mustang GT and the Ferrari 348 of its time. And if I'm gonna be honest, until Ferrari decides to build a truck, this is it. And more people are enjoying 90s vehicles. And so these Typhoons are actually going up in value. But here's how much you can pick one up for today, Junior. I've seen prices for these all over the map, but under 15 grand, you can pick up one of these bad boys. There's one for $14,995. There was a red one for under 15 as well. And that is not a bad deal for one of the best sleepers ever built. I mean, who thinks that that could do 0 to 60 in under 5.5 seconds? Not this guy. I was pointing at you. Believe it or not, the Urus wasn't the first SUV that Lamborghini ever made. Nah. From 1986 to 1993, there was this military-grade SUV called the LM002, which, believe it or not, had a V12 and a 5-speed manual transmission, which you can learn about this and more in this video. However, the LM002 was cool and all, but holy crap, the Urus is even cooler. And as you guys know, I love Porsches, and actually Lamborghini worked with Porsche to build the engine for the Urus. It's a 4-liter twin-turbski V8. And when the heartbeat pushes out 650 horsepower, that means that this SUV can do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Which easily makes it one of the fastest SUVs or vehicles ever. I mean, straight up supercar power. And I think that the Urus is the perfect blend of utility with supercar performance that you can take both on and off-road. And those angular and aggressive good looks are to die for. And you just know you're gonna attract so much attention driving this thing anywhere. And I saw this dude loading up some furniture in it, and I guess he needed to cut some corners dropping $250,000 on an SUV. But let's all thank the yellow Urus owner at the Value Village for buying one new, because depreciation is a bitch. And you can get one now for a lot less on the used market. Maybe I'm wrong, actually, because the lowest one in the nation is $237,700. That is the price of a house. Holy crap, that is good looking. Oh my God, look at, oh, okay. This thing is wicked. Oh, the start stop like the Huracan. Oh, all right. I want one, but I need a house before this. My girlfriend would kill me. So how do you justify the Urus to your girlfriend? Do you say that you can't drive your house to work, but you definitely can sleep in your car? That thing is so badass. And since you guys are so hyped on fast things, like really fast things, check out the 6 cheapest stock cars to go over 150 miles an hour. Or check out what YouTube recommends you watch next. Oh, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. But either way, you can't lose. And as always, keep living that ideal lifestyle.